Welcome students and welcome to MLS Online Virtual Classroom. Today is lesson number 11, which is covering page number 21 of Oxford Discover 6. So let's dive in. Students, the section we're dealing with today is grammar in use. As you all know that we have done the examples with the structure of the tenses in previous lesson. Here on page number 21 are some questions that we have to solve or answer. Let's see what it says. The very first part in grammar in use, as you all can see here, is the conversation between Sonia and Charlie. You must know that the red character is Sonia and the green one is Charlie. So let's see. Sonia asks, "What are you doing, Charlie?" "I'm eating cookies." Sonia, "What were you doing last night?" Charlie, "I was eating cookies." Sonia, "What will you be doing tomorrow?" Charlie, "I will be eating cookies." Sonia, "Don't you do anything else?" Charlie, "No, I have been too busy eating cookies." Now it's very easy to answer the question, and the question is, has Charlie finished eating cookies? We all know that it's a no. You must know the answer, and it's very obvious and glaring to answer this. But we have to identify the tenses in here. Look, you have four different question and answer scenes in this conversation. The very first being I am eating cookies, then says I was eating cookies, then it says I will be eating cookies, and the fourth one, I have been eating cookies. So you know what these tenses are. Alright, let's mention them as well. I am eating cookies means this is present continuous tense because I am and then continuity is depicted by I eating with ing. Then I was eating cookies. Was is the past tense and eating still the continuity, so this was past continuous. I will be eating cookies. The will indicates future tense and eating continuous. So this is future continuous tense. And this is I have been eating cookies. Now you must know that present perfect continuous has this structure of has, have plus verb with ing plus been plus verb with ing. So it says I have been eating cookies. This is a present perfect continuous tense. Let's move on. Grammar in use continued. Now it says learn grammar continuous tenses. The very first being present continuous, then past continuous, present perfect continuous, and then future continuous. This is the very same organization or sequence that's in your books. We already have done this in the previous lesson. Let's just see the examples that are here with us. The engineer is building a bridge. So it is indicating present and building with ing continuous tense. In the past, the engineer was. The was is depiction of past with ing depicting continuous tense. The engineer has been building a bridge. Has for perfect, been has been for present perfect, and this is continuous. So has indicates the present, been indicates the perfection, and building with ing indicates the continuity. So this is a present perfect continuous tense. The future continuous, we have done this twice in the previous lesson as well as in the third lesson, and it is two-way. The engineer will be building a bridge and the engineer is going to be building a bridge. Will indicates future tense with ing indicating continuous tense. Going to be indicates the future tense, and ing with building indicates the continuous tense. This is a very simple one. You must have known it by now, and I want every one of you to learn the structures of these tenses by heart. Moving on, we have some MCQs. It says read and circle the best match. The very first being You run every day. Alright, these are some very tricky, you can say, MCQs, because you have to understand the meaning what is being conveyed. Now here in the very first one it says you run every day. So it is telling you that it is a routine of yours that you run every day. The options are A, I am running every day, and the B is I am going to be running every day. Which one is the best match? Which means which one of the A part or the B part can best describe the sentence or the idea being conveyed in the question, which is one. Right, it says you run every day, which means this is an ongoing routine that you follow every day, not that you will be following or that you have been following. It says, which means this is in present tense, not in the past, not in the future. So as you know, this is in the A part is in the present tense. I am running every day. I am going to be running it every day becomes the future tense. So since this is in the present tense, you run every day, the correct answer is A part. I am running every day. The second being, next week you plan to study for an exam. Now the very big clue here is next week, which means this must be indicating future plan. Your future plan to study for an exam. Let's see what the options are. A, I will study for an exam. I will be studying for an exam. Now it says you plan to study for an exam. So I study for an exam, or I will be studying. As I've told you, since this is in the future tense, it will have the future element to it. I study for an exam is has a present element, as we have seen here. I study, I run, we walk. No, that's the present tense. It is next week, so it has the future element. The correct answer is I will be studying for an exam. Let's move on to the third one. It says a storm started, you were asleep. Now this question has two parts and two complete sentences. The first being a storm started, all right, which means a storm started, which means it took place. You were asleep, all right. It says you were, which means it is in the past tense. It's not saying you are sleeping or you will be sleeping. No, it says you were asleep. Let's see what the options are. I was sleeping when the storm started. I slept when the storm started. All right. The A part says that that I was sleeping before the storm started, right? And the B part says I slept when the storm started. The B part indicates that the person slept after the starting of storm. No, it says a storm started in the past and you were asleep, which means that you had already fallen asleep when the storm had started, which means this you fell asleep, for example, at 10 o'clock and the storm started at 10:30. So the correct answer is I was sleeping when the storm started. Let's move on to the fourth one. You are tired. You have been going to bed late. Alright. It has the present perfect continuous tense in it. Here in the second portion, you are tired shows the present tense, and the second part shows present perfect continuous tense, which means you are late. Why? Because you have been going to bed late, which means you were sleeping late. Simple. So you have been, this part shows that for the past several days you have been leading, or you have been going to bed late, or you have been sleeping late, not just for 1 day or 2 days, for past several days, and that's why you became tired eventually. Let's see what the options are. A, I was tired because I went to sleep. B, I am tired because I have been going to bed late. Alright, look, the B part is in complete harmony with the question. You are tired, which means I am tired. Because You have been going to bed late. I have been going to bed late. So this is the perfect or best match. I was tired does not depict the tiredness in present, and because I went to sleep, it does not show for how long. It just shows that you were tired because you went to sleep for one day, for one night, right? That does not show the complete idea or depict the complete idea. The B part is where is complete in in conveying the whole meaning. So this is the correct answer. Students, you must copy these on your books, and the next section you have to write on your loose sheets. Alright, the next section is work with your partner, ask and answer the questions. Let's see what the questions are. What book are you reading? Alright, I have answered. I've given you the sample sentences or sample answers. You can have your own sentences or answers, but you have to keep the structure or the tense in mind. It says, "What book are you reading?" So the answer must be in the tense of the question. This is the present continuous tense, so I'm also writing in present continuous tense, which is I am plus read with ing, verb with ing. I am reading Oxford Discover 6. The next question, what were you doing at 8 o'clock last night? Which means this is the past perfect. Were with verb ing, doing. So I have written I was reading Oxford Discover 6 last night. So was with read ing, verb with ing. This is in the same tense as the question, which is past continuous. The third being, what have you been studying in class lately? We have been studying Oxford Discover. So look, this is the present perfect continuous tense. Have plus been plus verb with ing, and I have also written the same tense, have plus been plus verb with ing, studying, study with ing, studying, right? So we have been studying Oxford Discover 6. The next one is, what will you be doing on your summer vacation? It is future continuous tense with will and be and verb with ing. Now my answer is I will be studying Oxford Discover 6. Now you must be wondering why I have written the same sentence and different tense, right? With Oxford Discover 6, Oxford Discover 6, Oxford Discover 6, Oxford Discover 6. Why? Because I wanted you to understand the difference in the tenses that I have used, and hence the whole meaning changes. So when a person is asking you something in the in a particular tense, you have to reply in the same tense, or the meaning will be changed. Now you can copy these sentences or answers in your on your loose sheets, or you can make up your own answers, but you have to answer them in the correct tense. Alright students, that was it for today, and this is the end of lesson number 11. I hope you have clearly understood everything, and you are also writing them down on your books and on your loose sheets.